Okay, well, let's see how close I can get on the timing here. Hello, and welcome back to Calm, Cool, and Crafted. I am AJ, or you can call me Apple Juice. Today we are tackling learning how to knit. I have made multiple attempts at this in the past and have never been successful at understanding what it is that I'm doing. So I kind of wanted to just use this as an excuse to learn. I have been told to try the continental method for knitting, so I am following a tutorial here by Nimble Needles on YouTube. I'll put a link down in the description for that just so that other people, if you're interested, can find it. I've been recommended continental primarily because I do crochet and the flow, as far as how the needles work together, is closer to crochet. So we'll see what we can do. I am not trying to do anything fancy here today. I am simply just trying to be able to make functionally a swatch. I'm only going to focus on the knit stitch. I may try and work in the drop stitching for the end of rows to get the nice finish on the edging, but really we're just going to kind of experiment and do what we can. So just expect a little bit more cuts as I have to refer to instructions to learn what it is that I'm doing as we jump in to the world of knitting as a person who does not know what he is doing. So first thing you have to do is cast on, obviously. He had a setup using 2 needles to start that process. I am just going to make sure that I get my hands and like the yarn all in the correct positions for that. So you're probably gonna get lots of these like fast forwardy sections through these parts as I kind of sort out what I'm doing. Okay, we have vaguely the starting point of this. This is probably gonna be an absolute mess. I have cast on before not using a method like this. So we're gonna see how this goes. It is very weird to be, new at a handicraft activity again. But that's something that I relish in the opportunity to get to struggle through a craft and figure out how it's supposed to work together. Also, I feel like my hands are too sweaty to do to do some of these things that it is expecting of me. I also super botched the direction of these things because this is the tail, and so I'm supposed to go like this and pass that down there. And I go like this, background, to then pull tight. Because I'm just gonna do 20 stitches on this, I think. Yeah, this does not move. I think I've done something wrong already. Please hold while we confirm with the situation room here. Because I think I've passed the wrong thing to the wrong place. I think we did. So I'll need to at least undo a couple of these. I think the first one was right, but I don't think anything since the first one really was correct. So let's undo all of this. Because I need to take the loose tail end, and that's what I'm wrapping around my pinky. It's just strange because he's going from the opposite direction, so I think I need to actually mirror this. I feel like my hands are too... Every time I've picked up knitting, I just feel like my hands are the wrong size for this. Like, what do you mean this isn't enough tail? We're gonna go really overboard on tail length because it drives me insane to feel like the tail is getting too short in the first, 10 seconds. So let's see, I need to keep this on the back, twist this over, and do this. So for those of you who can see, looks like a mess, feels like a mess. Whoever figured this out back in the day, wild work. To me, that's insane. So that's not correct, but I'm supposed to go over. I thought I was supposed to pull this through. Ah, I just didn't grab it correctly. Got it. I come back this way. Okay. My lord. See, so they say to do this for tension, and all that's happening is that my finger is getting choked off at the base. The people who are, this is wool, so it's not like I'm using a cheaper yarn, like, or maybe this is mercerized cotton actually. Either way, it was not like an acrylic yarn where I feel like that often will stick a little bit more. I truly think I need the least amount of possible tension on my hands, which is the same way that I do crochet. Obviously everyone's different on what you need for your stitch works. So if you're using fiber art as one of your hobbies, tension is a very personal experience of trying to locate like what is right to get the results that you want. Wow, this is incredibly awkward to futz with. The stitches are definitely coming out badly. This is going to be a heavy repeat activity. The cast on technique that I was using in the past, I thought had it going like around the thumb and then I would pick up and invert it, but I don't know, I'm trying to find what I can. This might be a restart the recording thing. Because this is super not working for my body. Why do you not pull tight? So maybe it's part of the issue is me not pulling tight enough. Oops. I see. So this, I've somehow wound up with the wrong strand again. Because I'm supposed to be working from the tail. Very weird. I need to review this further to actually be able to do this. Once again, me struggling at knitting strikes multiple times over. I thought this was supposed to be the loose end that I'm working with primarily. Let's see if I can follow along better, because my God, this is so dysfunctional. Okay, so we have our length of yarn. It's sad that I've watched this, what, 5 or 6 times so far, and it just doesn't work. Crochet, magic circle, no problem. That's easy, we got that. This, a nightmare. What a terrible time. So maybe I'm grabbing from the back side instead of the front side of this, but that doesn't create the loop that I need it to. So go up and through. Yeah, and we're grabbing this section here, which is what I've been doing. But that's grabbing the section that's attached to the skein. Why do I need this long of a tail then? It's a little difficult when I've lost the yarn off of my hand, because it feels like it should just keep working from here. But each time that I'm dropping it off of my hand, because my tension's terrible, is causing me a lot of trouble to reorient. And it doesn't mention that at all in this video, sadly. I always feel like tutorials need to cover my edge cases of, well, being stupid. So see how that's obviously not right? So this must just be here, and then we're taking this clockwise around and down. So we would take it like that. And that creates my better loop. Let's just trust in this process for now of me trying to reattach, because every single time that I do one, the tension is off and I can't get back on. And we're gonna see if we can get to 20 so that I can keep going and just make the mistakes all the way through. But good Lord, compared to doing, you know, chains for crochet, what a time. What a time. This is just dysfunctional. I feel like doesn't even begin to describe how silly the amount of yarn going around my hand is right now. I do want to talk about things, but it'll be easier once we get into the flow of knitting to start this discussion, huh? So give me, I don't know how long this is going to take me to get to my 20 based off of what you're seeing presently. But I'm just going to muscle my way through it. I was going to say work, but you know, it feels like it is happening, but it feels so incorrect. The feel of it in my hands, I have not had to experience this much yarn contact with my hands to establish stitching. So feels really weird. Let me put this back to the side so our side camera is not offended. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or no, this is just a split stitch. Oh, that's really hard to read. Seems like one that I broke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, put this behind the fingers. Get this twisted back around the correct way. I feel like with most fiber arts, one of the larger learning curves is going to always end up being tension. Like there's something that is, for people who like to learn by feel, it is very much an experience-driven activity. And while I don't dislike that about it, it certainly can be daunting when you're trying to understand what's going on and there's no way to describe it besides feeling. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. My Lord, we made it. Praise be. Okay, so we're gonna work our way into our first row. So let's make sure that I am doing this all correct, huh? There's our tail. We did end up using some of the tail, so we figured that part out along the way. Really, the first stitch is what doesn't utilize the tail. So now all we need to do is separate off one needle. Our working needle stays to our left. Our one that will be moving in and out, maybe that is what's called the working needle, is going to go over to the right. Let's get this set up how I'm supposed to, which it's recommended to wrap twice. This is Arizona and I'm sweaty. So let's know that once is going to be more than enough. Yeah, it's very weird to approach new things as an adult who's done other crafts and you're trying to like translate it in your head of how can I make this fit a framework that I do already know. And it seemed like this was a good direction to try and take it, because I have done different cast-on processes and I've tried learning what I believe to have been more of like an English method of knitting, and it I could not get the stitching to come together in a way that seemed correct. Who knows? Maybe I'm still fundamentally doing things wrong, and a class might be the easier way to do it, but I have audacity, and I think that's an important quality when you get into crafts, is going, I think I can, and sometimes that's kind of all you need to make it go. So I'm kind of watching along while we're doing this. Like that. I pull the stitch off of here. Okay. See, I'm very dependent on a hook to make my life easier. So they seemed to, oh no, disaster. We've dropped every stitch off of this in one fell swoop. Put it back on. Just go on. Hand positioning is never my strong suit in these types of crafts. Even in crochet, not my strong suit, and I've been doing it for how long now? A couple years. That I'm like, it doesn't. I need to figure out what will allow me to do movements efficiently in a way that's not cumbersome. I think I just dropped a stitch. We'll find out after we finish this row, huh? We're gonna drop a lot of stitches as we learn. Okay. Oh, ooh, that was not a good move right there, AJ. I would like to report in that I'm still not quite having a good time with this process. It very much feels more, gosh, how would I describe this compared to what I'm used to with crochet? Like, this feels foundationally wrong in a way that I'm struggling to place words to. It requires so much out of your hands compared to crochet, where I can just kind of, not that it doesn't require hands to do crochet, but like not like this. He holds it so much closer. Well, AJ, we're questioning if this is the right choice. At least people will see that I'm not good at, well, not that I was really good at the jewelry making crafts either, but that it is very normal to be very terrible at crafts as you get started on them. Oh my God. You're supposed to like hook it through this loop before pushing it off, and that is just brutal, man. I also somehow feel like I have this backwards, but I don't know exactly what that means. Oh, and anytime that I tug, things go really badly, so I maybe should not try and... Oh my goodness. Oh... Well, I thought it would be a little easier after I cast on, but instead I feel like I'm very tight on these stitches. They don't want to like move in the way that I would want. This is such a I don't know why this feels so bizarre. For people who do crochet as their like primary fiber art, shifting over to this, like I so badly want to learn to knit. For those of you outside of the world of fiber arts, knitting much more practical for the purposes of living in Arizona. Knitting makes much thinner fabrics by the completion of projects. I split that pretty badly. And so it's way lighter and way more comfortable to wear, at least in a place as hot as Arizona is. Where crochet uses multiple times more yarn. I do find it easier to work up crochet, but obviously it's because I have experience with it. But obviously it being heavier means that it's a little bit harder for me to find uses to wear things that I have crocheted in Arizona. Now there are some interesting stitches, and I want to try a lot of stuff with crochet still. But see, every time I get to the end of a knitting row, oops, I feel like I have this like really weird long hanging section. It's like lagging bit. I don't know how to explain this. Oh, you need to go this way. So, like, why is the loop like this loose at the end? What is that? What does it mean? I don't understand. Why is it doing this? And this has happened every time that I approach knitting, and there's not really, no one's given me a description of what that is. So it doesn't really help to try and approach this process. Now let's count how many stitches we have and see how many we dropped along the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, so I have 20, so I did get every stitch on here. Oh, hey. I managed to tighten it. Why did it suddenly tighten? It wasn't tightening before. Let's not question it. Let's just kind of keep doing what I can. Okay. I feel like I'm giving myself too much yarn over here in this like gap. And it's making it hard for me to stay relaxed in the index finger. I also cannot tell now what this loop is. Because this is multiple threads here at the end. Right, because I don't understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so that would not make the right number of loops. So maybe I'm just gonna grab from that single section. I'm supposed to go over this way and pull back through. Yeah, this is where it's fallen apart every time. I thought this would be a little bit different, but this is feeling very much the same as what I've struggled with in the past. It's this like starting row 2. The cast on in row 1 have been okay, but this is like, it's where it just visually doesn't line up at all with what's happening on screen. Well, I guess it's been half an hour already of me suffering and I finished a row, if we can even call it finishing one. This does not feel good. My last knot does not look like what this man has done. It's doubled. Why is that? I take it off like this? Oh no, that's just made it so much worse. So I have this loop. Let's treat it like I was doing before. So we're gonna set it up back like this. And this thread is supposed to go this way. And I usually drape it over once. That way we can do this. And then we're bringing this through and pulling it off. It's somehow worse. And I think that's really impressive. Because again, this is the result every time that I approach knitting, and no one in the tutorials talks about why this is happening or how to fix it. So I'd really appreciate if in the future, maybe I'll have to come up with my own tutorial on how to make this work for me. Because I'm just gonna tuck this down and we're gonna press on because we are crazy. And so I'm still supposed to go this way and pull through and then remove it from the hook. Oh, that's good. Nope, that's kind of a little oddball. Behind this, if we take this, I think I'm going from the side too much. I can already tell how much I'm gonna have to like fast forward through a lot of the struggles of this, just because it's been a lot of stopping and starting. So I appreciate your patience. What I did want to talk about today that I have not had a chance to because of my professional struggling that I'm doing right now was that this last weekend was when I finally got to go and do Northern Arizona, like little tour with my choir. And while we did not garner large crowds or anything like that, I mean, really it felt more like a community building and, well, I don't want to use team building activity as a term outside of corporate America, but it feels appropriate in this case. And so it was really nice to get to hang out and feel a bit closer, which for singing, it really helped. I mean, we got some great recordings of us. I don't know when they'll make it up on YouTube, if ever. I'm not posting them on this channel. That would be separate. But man, it just felt like having the opportunity to spend a little bit more time together, spend more dedicated time working through music together and figuring out what things that we needed to improve on as a group. It really made such a difference getting to just have that time and opportunity to work through those things with each other. I mean, like, really great weekend. I feel super lucky to have gotten to do something like that with these guys, and it was such a very hectic and very fun weekend. Things kind of came together last minute. I put in a lot of work to try and make this all come together for us, from contacting churches, figuring out where we could stay as a group and have everyone in one location, and just doing the coordination of the activity, which, I mean, I feel like I often pick up coordination, that role within my life. But this was a very rewarding use of the effort, at least, and I'm really, really grateful to the guys getting to spend time. I mean, there's a point in which it, oh, this was very silly. Sorry, please hold. Where it felt like things kind of clicked, and it's not like, we spend time together almost every week doing rehearsals and things, and working through our material to get concert ready and whatnot for performances. But it just feels different when it's when you feel like you know them better. There is a bit more of that just connectedness, and that's needed when you're performing, at least our concerts this go around, because we didn't bring an accompanist with us. We're all a cappella. So, everything is being performed and kept together by the group keeping it together independently. Ooh, that was not a good move right there. And so it feels so different. I really wish I could get this to feel like tighter in some way. Row 2, same deal at the end of the rows. These end of the row loops are just horrific looking. It is so horrible. We kind of kept it together. Wow, these stitches are they feel really loose. My problem is that I can't tell if this is actually progress or not, because it is so atrocious looking that I'm not convinced that this is what it should look like. But, I want to just get done several rows and see where the stitching lines up. How does it actually shake out? So we're just gonna force our way through more of this to get to a place where I at least can see where we're at. Ooh, whoa. Man, it's just so difficult to keep stitches on the needles. This makes me really grateful to do crochet as my primary craft. There's a reason that, so I actually took knitting classes back when I was a kid. I took one at, I think it was at Joann's in Florida, because I used to live in Florida growing up, and spent a couple hours there with an instructor. Could not grasp it. It just has never quite come together in a way that feels like it's working. Granted, I am getting stitches done, so let's celebrate the victories that are happening. But this is so atrocious feeling. I really feel like the tension is the thing that people would write short story novels that are the 2-sentence horror stories on Reddit. That's what this feels like in my hands compared to having to crochet, where I'm man, it feels like a crime has been committed between my fingers with this yarn. And I can't tell if that's just tension or if I literally am doing something horribly wrong and I'm gonna have some sort of a terrifying creation that no one will understand how I got there type of thing. But yeah, going back to the concerts, we got to perform at some really cool venues. I really enjoyed, so most of the time, for choirs, it's going to be at churches. So even if I'm not a terribly like I'm not a man of faith myself. You're still going to end up performing in a lot of churches if you want good acoustic sound for choirs. And so it was really fun to get to like kind of be in new spaces, get to meet people, because there are really lovely people out there. There are obviously people who are not, and they make a lot of noise and they get a lot of attention because, you know, that type of thing garners a lot of easy, low-hanging fruit type content online. But like there are really amazing and wonderful people out there who are part of established religions. And it was really great to get to meet more people and interact with them. I mean, it'd been people that I had been contacting through email to try and coordinate this whole process, and but it was still just nice to get the opportunity to, you know, just be in new places, meet new people, create some connections, and feel like we're moving the choir in its own direction too. So I need to go here. It's just weird because this has 2 loops. This is very much not the right side this is supposed to come from. I really don't understand, because this is supposed to go... That's just not correct. How do I work this to be tighter on my like leeway so that it sits more like that? Because the tighter I can hold to this, the easier it's going to be for me. Now they said to try dropping stitches to improve this. Based off of how this has gone so far, we're not doing that. This is not going to work any other way. But yeah, these first stitches on rows feel wrong. And this huge loop, I don't even think... Not that I'm here to say I have good tension, please. We're not even remotely in the ballpark of good tension. But like, this is just categorically an offense to me in a way that I wish I could explain better for the sake of commentary. But oh my God, that is just foul looking. It's so wrong on so many levels. And once again, I've lost all of my tension here, so let's just really... No, that's not quite right. That's not right either. Oh, I've just dropped the stitches. Well, I don't know how to fix that. I want to put this back on because I assume that if I've just ruined a loop that I can fix it. Yeah, so there's just like this hanging loop on both ends. That's so bizarre. What is that? It's not been mentioned in literally any of the content that I have consumed of knitting so far, and I have gone through this process. Again, this is not my first rodeo with trying to learn how to do this. And nobody's talked about it. And I don't think this is a unique thing, but I think that people have forgotten that it happens because they're good knitters. Oh, see, that's something that... Woof. That's all I have to say about that. That's hideous looking. What just happened? Oh my lord. Look, I really want to get to a point where I can have even like a mediocre product for you all to look at by the end of this video. And even I'm like disappointed by this. I don't even want to call it a product, but you know, like this is so poorly coming together in really the most horrific way. Again, I don't understand how I unwrap this around my finger. It just doesn't stay on with how I'm moving my hand. So he was recommending going up and staying tighter. And it does seem to help a bit if I can manage it. Yeah, y'all knitters, crazy work. It's so impressive how you make this look sensible in any way, shape, or form. Like, what is this? Oh, I split that yarn. I need this here. Oh, no, 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 don't drop it. It's fully dropped. Man, it's so difficult. Oh, goodness. It's such a distinctly different skill set than crochet is. I can see how this is maybe an easier approach for those who've done crochet, but oh my god, it feels like there is no skill overlap between the two. You know, where sometimes I feel like in some crafts, things may have like a transferable skill set. I'm not feeling much of that in this process. I feel like a newborn who's just grown fingers, or like maybe someone just like glued some hot dogs to the end of my palm and was like, hey kid, go at it. And I'm like, thanks, because this is so awkward. What a wild time to be alive. This is why we try these things. Is we gotta make the brain work a little bit for it, right? Like, existence isn't easy on its own, so we gotta train to stay sharp. And at this point, I am training to, I guess, have the skills of someone in like the 14th century, and that's pretty great. Oh, I dropped that stitch, darn it. Oh, come on, if I can get this last one in the row, I'll feel good. Okay. So my descriptor for this process, I think I would say, is yikes. We have kind of made a start though, so let's get you some closer up views of this. Here is where we are on this, and here is where we are on this. Is this great? Absolutely not. And that's okay. the thing is one way or another, I just have to keep doing it. And it's something that I'll probably just have to keep working on off screen. I really wish I could have offered a little bit more commentary today. I think that the new craft side of the world in something like this may have put me in a harder space for me to be able to have the freedom to commentate on things. Just trying to get my head wrapped around it. There's so much still to learn in this that I don't have developed as far as the motor skills. I mean, you can see a big old hole here where a stitch was dropped, like it's a full gap. How many did we end up at by the end of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It shows 20. I don't believe that, but I guess we ended with the same amount. So maybe I doubled up a stitch somehow and did an increase somewhere else, because that definitely is not how this has felt so far. But yeah, I think I still want to try and figure out doing what I can to get this together, but neither side of this looks like it's been knit, and that's kind of a problem. If I'm trying to make something using a knit stitch, I was hoping that it would look like it's been knit, but all this looks like is just a really loose weave. And man, I thought I was having like too much tension. My hands are like not holding up great, trying to figure out how to hold this yarn in a way that lets it flow. So we'll see what happens as we continue to develop this skill set into the future. For now though, I think we're gonna call it here today. Thank you so much for watching along. Hopefully you've learned something, or maybe you have decided that you would like to one-up me and learn this skill substantially faster than I. Either way, I appreciate you being here, whether I was on your second monitor or you were watching along. I appreciate you sharing some of your day with me, and I hope whatever comes up next between now and the next video, that you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.